Greetings, Jideh for Shieldrum Records. Today I will talk about PitchShaper from Cableguys. So PitchShaper is a new plugin from Cableguys, a new module working into the Shaperbox 3 environment. And in this we can modulate via a durable curve, we can modulate effect parameters. This curve is synced to the tempo of the project or can be triggered by a MIDI note input or audio input. Also, we can trigger it via the sidechain input and several options like an envelope follower, etc. etc. I already covered Shaperbox 3 in a long video, so you can check it on my channel. Today I will focus on using PitchShaper in dub mixing, and I will use this little controller to demonstrate little ideas I find. So the first idea is to pack Shaperbox 3 into an Ableton rack. That way we can select just the few parameters we need, and we can also prepare some presets. So to generate those presets, it's pretty simple. Here I set the LFO shape as a shortcut, and this LFO shape is assigned into the wave palette. Note that this wave palette can also be triggered by the piano keyboard, but here I just selected this parameter into the configure mode. I selected one palette, and then I got this parameter on a knob. That way I can cover all of them with one knob, and this will be my presets. I got also the dry wet of the effects as a shortcut, and also the LFO rate, which is linked to the length of the modulation here. And the knob colored in red as a knob assigned to the controller. So let's hear with a sound example. Bypassed. And then the effect come in. Okay, let's go through the presets. 1/5 below, 5 above, so on the harp style preset, this is when the LFO rate is interesting. Okay, knowing that those presets can be recalled and MIDI map. So for the moment, these are the two main controls I assigned here. So let's go on the second track. This is a kind of marimba track. Bypass, and then I launch the effect. Same way, same kind of presets here. Okay, next, on the skank track there's a Shaperbox with several modules to sculpt the sound of my piano skank, and then I add a PitchShaper adding a +12 semitone attack at each skank. Listen. So bypass like this. The +12 semitone without, with, and I can set my filter in also, and my drive, which are other modules. Okay, and also there's a volume envelope for some of my presets. What you're seeing here is the sidechain input, piano sidechain. And this envelope helped me to shorten the piano when I want it. Next, the percussions. Dry wet and LFO shape is assigned on the controller. Bypass. And in this shaper box, I added a short verb, some modulation of the pan, and some width at the end of the measure. And all of this is stuck into my presets. The next shaper is on the bass track. I assign the dry wet and also the LFO rate. Original bass bypass, FX. So by default I use this LFO shape, but we can try also some other LFO shape I stocked here. The next track where I set some PitchShaper, it's on the echo and on the reverb. So the echo and the reverb on the controller will be triggered by those switches. Let me explain quickly what is happening here. As I wanted to reinject the echo into itself with the PitchShaper on its pass, and also wanted to reinject or feedback the reverb on itself with another PitchShaper on its pass, sometimes it can be a little dangerous, okay? You can have some increasing of level. So the best way to experiment with this is to make a security pass. The security pass is another return track, and this return track will receive the signal of the echo, the reverb, and my room verb. As you can see, they are set as send only. They don't go into the master. They first go into this FX limiter, and on this FX limiter track I set a limiter and I set my level at -6. No matter if we go crazy into the experimentation, it will stay at a reasonable level. So simply on the echo track, there's just the time delay of the echo. There's no feedback on that echo, a little filtering, and nothing special. Just keep it on the stereo mode and no feedback at all. And I just set as a shortcut the time parameter. On the pass of this echo, there's one shaper box with several curves. Those curves can be selected via those knobs. For it to work, we need to send this same auxiliary A, this same send effect into this return. And I will do this via this fader. So let's try first the echo bypassed. Okay, when there's no feedback, there's just one tap. And the more I increase the send, the more we'll have some feedback. Okay, this was the example with the PitchShaper bypass. Let's switch on the PitchShaper now. So we got a pitch effect and we can feedback this effect, and then we got this increasing pitch. So what I did, as I got only a few switches here, I just assign in MIDI the recall of the preset pitch up, pitch down and bypass. I also got a set of presets, so let's go through the presets with different sounds. So of course it starts to become experimental and interesting when we go into some weird curves and we feedback this effect into itself. So this was for the echo, and we also got the same concept on the reverb. We got a shaper box with several curves. Those curves are recalled by this knob, and we got several presets. Let's set only the drum for this example, and let's listen this reverb. So this is bypassed. Octave up, octave down, and as for the echo, I can re-inject, feedbacking the reverb on itself. Okay, that was it for the location of each PitchShaper. Let me add a few advices about the feedbacking. For that, you will have to right-click the send and enable it if it's not enabled. As you see, it's not enabled by default. For the echo, I enabled the send 1 to send on itself, and for the plate, I enabled the send B. So here is an explanation of the signal flow. You get the signal sent to effect 1 from any track, and this going to this PitchShaper. This PitchShaper is going to the echo, and this echo is feedbacked by the auxiliary send A. And below you see the circuit of the feedback, and above you see the signal entering the chain and the effects return going to the master bus and the dry signal of the audio track going to the master bus. And we have a similar concept for the reverb. We have the signal sent to FX2 going into the PitchShaper into the reverb, and the reverb can go into itself via the aux send. And aux send A and B, I assign them on the white faders here. So if you have any question or need any precision about routings or things like that, you can ask into the comment section. Also, I made this project available on my Patreon, Shieldrum Record Patreon, and in the project you will have the routing of 8 tracks containing the PitchShaper with my presets, and also the routing of the echo feedback and the reverb feedback. If you own ShaperBox 3 and PitchShaper, grab it and try it with this routing for the feedback experiment and the FX limiter routing. This is free, you just have to subscribe for free and you will find the post and the link with this project.